Welcome to another amazing video. In this video we will discuss social science experiments. So let's start. Point 1. Stanford Prison Experiment 1971. Philip Zimbardo's experiment involved recruiting 20 male students to play roles as prisoners and guards in a simulated prison environment. The experiment was meant to last 2 weeks but was terminated after 6 days due to the extreme behavior of the guards and the psychological distress experienced by the prisoners. The experiment showed how quickly normal individuals can become abusive and sadistic when given power, and how others can become submissive and depressed when stripped of their autonomy. 2. Milgram Experiment 1961. Stanley Milgram's experiment aimed to investigate obedience to authority. Participants were asked to administer electric shocks to another person, an actor, when prompted by an authority figure. Despite expressing discomfort, many participants continued to administer shocks up to the maximum voltage, demonstrating a willingness to follow orders even when it went against their moral values. 3. Bobo doll Experiment 1961. Albert Bandura's experiment demonstrated social learning theory, which suggests that people learn behaviors by observing and imitating others. Children were shown videos of adults behaving aggressively or non-aggressively towards a Bobo doll when given the opportunity. Children who observed aggressive behavior were more likely to exhibit aggressive behavior towards the doll. 4. Stanford Marshmallow Experiment 1960s. Walter Mischel's experiment tested delayed gratification in children. A child was offered a marshmallow and told that if they waited a short time without eating it, they would receive a second marshmallow. The experiment showed that children who were able to delay gratification went on to achieve greater success in life. 5. Robbers Cave Experiment 1954. Muzaffar Sharif's experiment brought together 20 Boy Scouts and divided them into 2 groups. The groups were encouraged to compete, leading to conflict and prejudice. Later, the experiment introduced shared goals and cooperative activities, which led to increased harmony and reduced conflict. 6. Third Wave Experiment 1967. Ron Jones' experiment simulated a fascist takeover in a high school classroom. Students were initially resistant but soon became enthusiastic followers, demonstrating how easily group dynamics can lead to conformity and obedience. 7. Asch Conformity Experiment 1951. Solomon Asch's experiment asked participants to identify the length of lines when surrounded by Confederates who gave incorrect answers. Many participants conformed, even when it went against their own perceptions. 9. The Halo Effect 1920. Edward Thorndike's experiment showed how an overall impression of a person can influence judgments of their specific traits. When we like someone, we tend to rate them highly on multiple characteristics, even if we don't have enough information